Alright, day 26, Munfordville, Kentucky, checking in here, and I'm actually sitting in front of a library right now, and let's go over Munfordville. Munfordville, we were coming out of Cave City, and well, my foot was still hurting. I had a blister that opened up. It was actually on the ball of my foot. I bought these really expensive pair of socks, and well, they suck, and they actually started forming blisters right on the ball of my foot here. So there's nothing I could do. You know, I can't walk when there's a blister like that open. You know, not necessarily because of the pain, but I wanted it to heal up, and it didn't heal up and callus over. Anyways, enough about all that. Anyways, so I needed to hitch a ride for the second day, and I ended up going to the market. And as I was coming out of the market, these two gentlemen came up to me, and they were like, "What's going on?" I gave him you know, what we were all about and everything like that. And he's like, "Well, how far do you need to go up?" I was like, "Munfordville." He's like, "Okay, get in the car." You know, he said he needed to stop at Horse Cave or somewhere like 5 miles before there, and because he was working, you know. And I was like, "That's fine, that's cool." And so I got in the car, and I found out that, you know, it's Mike and Mike, you know, the father and son. And it was cool because they were like, apprenticeship was going on, you know. It was like, you know, it's how it used to be, you know what I mean? It's like, my dad kind of used to do the same thing with me, you know. It's like he would come and take me to these places, and he would be teaching me in a way that was different from like a schoolhouse setting, you know, because I really didn't like the schoolhouse settings. You know, I like the apprenticeship style. I like the learning hands-on, learning by watching someone else do it, by example, you know, learning by example. And I think there's something there that we can learn as well, that, you know, sometimes when I get told to do something, I don't do it as necessarily as much as, say, when, even if it's a friendly suggestion, I don't do it as much as, say, when I see someone doing it and I see them being successful at doing it, you know? And it's like learning by example. And that was cool to see that again, you know, and to have these conversations with his father and son, for them to really open up. Believe it or not, it's like we had this great conversation just about how, like, you know, he kind of knew where I came from, you know. He knew the city I grew up in and everything like that. He used to live in Georgia as well, Atlanta, Georgia as well, and for like 16 years. But anyways, the fact of the matter was that he was instilling in me confidence in a way that only happens when someone that is confident themselves can instill. Does that make sense? It was like, he wasn't saying it through suggestion, he was saying it through action. Like, this is what I've done, this is what I've done to get this confident and successful, here's what you can do. And he told me these stories, and I would link it all to that. I would link it all to, like, apprenticeship, you know, and mastery. You know, he had a sense of mastery of what he was doing, and I think that was really cool. It was really attractive, and if anything, that's kind of like what I want to see the Occupy movement become. You know, it's like an attractive force because we know what we're doing, less of a promotion, promoting it. You know, and you know, we were talking, and the son was actually talking a little bit as well, and he was just talking about how, you know, even in these radical groups, you know, the majority of the times it's the small group of people that has the loud voice for the entire group, you know. And I kind of think about that, and it's like, well, do we really need all these 150,000 these people to come out? Yeah, it's nice, and it's good to have that sort of backing, yet at the same time, all it takes is a small group of people with a loud enough voice, and we can reach the world. I know it, you know. With a lever long enough and a fulcrum strong enough, we can change the world. And I really believe that, you know, the strength of the people that I meet right now in the Occupy movement are so strong right now because they've been able to last through the winter. They've been able to sustain, persevere, you know, and I think that sense of dedication is something that inspires everyone in the movement to continue to go, you know. And we're not sure where it's going to end up. However, I do know that what we're doing is right. What I'm doing is right. What they're doing is right. You know, it feels too right to say it's not working, you know. And let's leverage our past. You know, let's look at our past and let's leverage it, you know. It's about time that we started doing that, you know. Let's use what we've learned in the past. And, you know, I'm the first to admit that I was foolish when I was young, you know, very foolish. And there's things that I did that I don't necessarily regret, yet I know that it wasn't considerate of others, it wasn't selfless, it was pretty selfish and pretty fuck you to everyone, you know. Yet those experiences make me who I am. So I think it's time that we start looking at what we've done in the past and using that as leverage. Let's quit holding on to it like a victim and let's start using it like we're powerful, dude. I'm serious. Think about that, you know, leverage. Let's leverage our past and whatever that may be. But I think it's time, and I can feel like that's going to be like our key stepping stone to success. And day 26, Munfordville, Kentucky. And I love you guys. Keep checking in. We'll have the next couple of days coming up here soon. Love you guys. Bye.
Just